Oh, hey, Callum. Can you hear me? And what's the sound like? The guitar's out of tune. You okay, mate? Yeah, I did. I did see what happened. Just let me get myself in tune. Cool. Just one sec. I really should have done this beforehand. I thought I was in tune. Just catch up with you in a sec. There we go. That's better. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I did see what happened with Dime. Man, how can he be gone from? I mean, I know it's not his decision, obviously. Just gonna bring myself down here. Um, like he is like the flagship of that brand, and you've just got to wonder. I mean, I read the thing that was said. Because it's his ex-girlfriend, isn't it, who sort of like manages his estate. I was just thinking to myself, well, how can I don't know. You just wonder how much of it is true because it all seemed very, very convincing. But you've got to wonder how much of it may be greed as well. And then it's like, well, we'll take it elsewhere. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Get Washburn to start building Razorbacks and stuff? I mean, it'd be a fantastic opportunity for Washburn or whoever it would be. Do you know what I mean? But Dime's with Dean until the end, you know? So, I don't know. I think it's crazy. It's just like Dean have got hardly any decent artists on their roster now, I don't think. Like Dave Mustaine's not there anymore. They have Kerry King now though, right? With that awful looking V. I mean, what do you think about it? Dean's going downhill. Yeah. Did you see? There was a brief moment when, very brief moment, Michael Padgett from Bullet My Valentine appeared on their website as an artist, and I saw him rocking a like a V at one point with the big Dean headstock, and then all of a sudden he was gone. So I think he was going to go for an endorsement with those guys, but it just never came through. And that's fine because I prefer it when he plays. I mean, I know it's his preference, but I prefer the ESPs on him. And it's a shame because I really like Dean guitars, and those new Vs they've got coming out, the well, they were like Dave Mustaine signatures, right? They are, yeah, they're absolutely stunning, and the Explorers as well. Yeah, those Dean Vs, I like them a lot, especially with the Floyd Rose and everything. It's cool that despite Dave left, it's like, well, we're not going to stop making these guitars. So it's great that you can still get them because I had one of Dave's, and God, it was an amazing guitar. So I've always said that I wanted to own one again at some point because at the time I sold it and I bought the to get the BC Rich Matt Tuck signature. But I've always said that I would like to own another. So who knows? But I will not be spending any money on any gear for a long time now after what I bought on last Friday, which is the Kemper. So that's me for now. And in case you're wondering, no, this is not the Kemper that you're hearing right now. In order to stream with the Kemper, I need to upgrade my interface, which I didn't factor in. So I just need to get a new interface, and that's it, done. And then finally, I can start streaming with the Kemper, because I'm absolutely dying to start streaming with that thing, which is partially why I bought it, so I could like stream not just ambient tones but like heavy tones and stuff, and do set lists with you guys and stuff. I think could be really cool. So I'm just waiting on a new interface, and then I should be good to roll with that, and then I'll be live streaming a hell of a lot more. I'm on the lookout for a Matsuck Jackson V in black now. Yeah, that is gonna be one tough thing to find. Let me know how you get on with that though, yeah, and if you find one, which is why I bought that the 7-string in the corner. I needed a 7-string anyway, but it kind of looks like the Matsuck V in my opinion. And do you like the Line 6 Helix? Let me know. I've heard good things about it. Do you practice through headphones? Callum, if you're still there, yes, I do. I do. When I track and I record, everything's in headphones because I'm able to hear a lot more clear what's going on. So it's yeah, it's a must for me. Yeah, practicing through headphones is the best way, man. Honestly, you can hear absolutely everything. Okay, you can still hear. And yeah, I'm not the biggest gearhead at all. I find something that I like and then I stick to it. And the Kemper is absolutely terrifying. I think I've got the gist of it now. I'm getting the gist of it very slowly, and I'm just able to put what I want in there. Like, for instance, when I bought it, I straight away just downloaded the Lee Malia tone pack, which had JCM 800s on there. It had a couple of oranges and a PV6505 and a shed ton of reverbs, and that kind of encompasses like a lot of what I do. So I took those tones and I just like twisted some knobs on them, and I managed to save some tones that I really like, and then I'll just stick to that. You know, all I need is a good distorted tone, a really ambient distorted tone, shed ton of reverb, a very good clean reverby tone like this, and yeah, that's pretty much all I need. But it was really cool because like when I'm not playing like metalcore and stuff, I like Black Label Society and Ozzy Osbourne, that sort of Zakk Wylde sound. But the 800s that came in the Lee Malia pack, they're like what Zakk's used for years, the JCM 800s. So just stuck an overdrive in the front of them, put a chorus pedal on it, and now I've got Zakk Wylde. So yeah, it's absolutely awesome. And yeah, it is chuggy. That I was using in that video is actually a Mesa Boogie Mark II, dual rectifier, right? And it sounds huge. I was going to use the 6505 profile for my main metal, but as soon as I came across that, it's just monstrous. Matsuck Jackson's in white, same as you, and 2 of Padge's, one signed, and a Jackson Monarch signed by Matt Drake. That's very cool. Good afternoon, William. How are you doing? William, is it you I spoke to on Instagram earlier today? I'm pretty sure there's someone here. I like to check. Yeah, William S. I'm guessing that's you. I just like to remember who everybody is. Ah, cool. Brilliant. Okay. It's hard because I get a few messages off of people, and it's so hard to keep track. I know names and faces and little display pictures and stuff, but sometimes it's like, sometimes if I forget who somebody is and I get a message and they're just like, yeah, that sounds really good, and I'm just like, who are you? It's like, shit, you were talking to them on you've been talking to them in your comments for like a year now and on live streams. So yeah, my just reading comments here. That's really cool with all the signed guitars. Absolutely love that. And to answer your question, William, yeah, I'm doing really well. I'm a bit tired today because I had quite a full day yesterday, which is why I just fancy coming on and doing this. But yeah, I'm well, thank you. Have you ever played and compared the Jackson to the ESP? I've never played a Jackson ESP. Padge's one, that is, obviously. Well, sorry, shall I get my words right? I've never played Padge's ESP. There we go. It's so Padge's ESP was modeled off of Dave Mustaine's V that ESP built for him, and he was with them for a very short time. And then when Dave Mustaine wasn't getting on with ESP, it was a very short stint. He moved away. Okay, see you in a sec, Callum. When he moved away over to Dean at that point, that V was just kind of hanging around, like nobody had really claimed it over at ESP. So when they took Padge on, he was like, well, I want a flying V. They were like, well, here is Dave Mustaine's V. We'll just put your name on it and what pickups you want and the vines on the board. Maybe a couple of other little changes and stuff. So what I would say is I had the Dean, which I'm imagining is quite similar because Dave doesn't really change his guitars much apart from these new Gibsons. Yeah, here's a V we're not using. Have that. Hey, he's stuck with it though. But I had the Dean V, the Dave Mustaine one, and I imagine that would be quite similar to the ESP because Dave likes similar things, right? So how would I compare that to my Jackson? I would say I'd say the Jackson's a little bit more wide sounding. I'm not sure if that makes sense. The VMNT was a lot more sort of streamlined, especially with those Dave Mustaine pickups. But I prefer the Jackson though; it just sits on me better, and I prefer the neck on it. I find it played better for me, which is why I ended up selling it. You know, the Mustaine one. You got to remember, people on different social media is hard to keep track. Yes, absolutely, and it's very, very, very important for me to remember, like guys like yourself who support this channel. Do you know what I mean? And become friends and watch the stuff, and it's very important. So, I found the Jackson sounds ESP for comfortably. Okay, that's interesting. Padge had that same model since Screaming Fire. Yeah, he's like stayed true. Like I said, he appeared on the Dean website like under artist for about a week, and there was the picture of him with the Dean guitar and everything. I saw him play the Dean in one performance, and that was it. And then he disappeared, and that was it. That was Padge's time at Dean, I guess. But I would have been really interested to see what they'd have put out for him. Like, would he have gone down the route of having that big fanned out headstock on the end and stuff like that? I can't imagine. Would he have on like a V with the big round edges? You know, I like Dean guitars. It's just if what's her name, Rita, Dime's ex-girlfriend, if what she said is true, that really sucks. And I just don't want her to think that she's going to be able to move on to another company and just carry on the legacy the same way. Because at this point, a Dean Razorback or a Dean, what's the other one, the more rounded one? Is it a Dean ML or something? It's iconic. I messaged Padge and said, don't move to Dean. You messaged Padge and he said, don't move to Dean. Or he said that he didn't want to move to Dean, or he said that Dean were a bit crap, or what did he say? What did she say? She's suing Dean. If you haven't read about it, go and search it. She's suing Dean for basically not keeping artistic integrity, and basically, that I think the gist of it was that because she manages his estate, it's her estate that should have like all the rights and stuff to those shapes and stuff like that, and she doesn't seem to think she's been getting a fair due. If you read it, you'll get more the gist of it than I'm poorly trying to explain it here. But yeah, it looks like Dean will not be making any more dime guitars. And I think I'm definitely going to be talking about that on the podcast, maybe. In case y'all didn't know, me and Matt the Riffmaster have a podcast now together. Oh, I messaged him and said, "Don't move to Dean." Maybe he did say it, and he went, "You know what? I'm going to listen to that guy. Screw this. I'm out." You listened to episode 1 on Work on Spotify. Thank you so much. Yeah, if we can get like 50 Spotify listeners, we'll start open it out to Apple Music, and then we can get sponsors as well, which would be really cool. Think about like having like a beer sponsor or something. And in case anybody's wondering, because they've probably may have seen what's going on my Instagram, this sound that I'm using right now is not the Camper. That was a story in itself. I need to upgrade my interface to use the Camper to be able to stream with it, which I'm absolutely dying to do. Now I can mic it up and have it running through to you guys, but I won't be able to talk to you because I've only got one XLR input on my current interface. So I'm just waiting to get another interface sorted, so then I can start sharing heavier tones with you guys and playing songs and stuff like that. It is Apple and 40. Okay, the podcast is also on Matt's YouTube channel as well, if you want to check it out on there. What Camper profile are you using for that clean tone? Okay. Yeah. This is just the same one as last week, which is a mixture of bias effects and Cubase for the reverb. Yeah, that Macetone. Jesus Christ. So I downloaded the Lee Malia pack and just started basing all my tones off of that. And there's a 6505 in there, and there's a Marshall 800 and a couple of oranges. And I just thought, well, I want to see what the mess of the dual rectifier is like, because I wanted a Devin Townsend tone, you know. For all that sort of stuff. And it's common knowledge that Dev uses has used in the past, and a lot of his sound is modeled off of a dual rectifier. So I put that in and I stuck a tube screamer in front of it, and I was like, oh my god, this knocks the 6505 like out of the park. So that is now my main rhythm tone. And it's so frustrating because I want to sit here and share it with you. But hey, we'll just have to wait on that one, because it's kind of the point of why I bought it, and I just didn't realize that my interface wouldn't take it. Like I said, I can mic it up, but I won't be able to talk, and that's just going to be really annoying. Like me going, right, here's the next tone, like switching and just playing, you know. But a lot of this is the interaction, you know, so that would just be really annoying. But I'm not going to complain. This clean tone is absolutely awesome. But you want to hear the clean tone that I've got out of the Camper. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I had a 7 hours in the car last Friday to get it. That sounds cool on the Helix, man. That sounds really cool. That's like It's kind of like a James Hetfield thing going on there with blending the diesel and the Mesa, and then V30 is absolutely, and then an 808, of course, straight up the center. Yeah, that's the only thing you can't do on the profiler. I don't think you can't blend tones unless you were to try and profile a blended tone. You can't actually do it in Rig Manager. I don't think, not to my knowledge, anyway. But that's absolutely fine with me because that Mesa Boogie, that's I'm saying it now, but that's all I'll ever need, you know, for like really heavy tones anyway. Yeah, there you go. It's 1 amp at a time. I'm hoping as well when I start screaming with the camper, that the sound quality is going to be a lot better as well. Because right now, this is all being picked up from Cubase, and it's run through some strange little program, and it's pumped out to you guys. The quality is okay, but what I'm really hoping is, because when I plug the camper in, it's just going to be going straight up the front end of the Focusrite. It's not going to be having the computer's not going to have to think about anything. It's just picking it up. I'm really hoping that the sound quality is going to be a lot better. I don't know the camper setup, but on the Helix, I can have like 2 amps at a time, which is blended unless I'm wrong. Yeah, that's very cool. If I may recommend, if you can find a profile for the EVH 5150 Stealth amp, yeah, there's a couple of 5150s on there. I will have a look, because what lead tone. What I did manage to create, because when I'm not playing like metalcore and stuff, what I did, I like Black Label Society, No Rest for the Wicked era, Ozzy Osbourne. So I was able, with those JCM 800s from the Lee Malia pack, I was able to dial in like a really cool Zakk Wylde tone, which I can't get off it. You know, it's loose and it's a lot more rock and roll, but with the chorus pedal up the front of it, it's absolutely nuts. I can't stress enough how much I love this tuning, which is open C. I just love the dichotomy of it, because you can play really pretty things, and then you can turn it right on its head. What can I say? It's just such a great tuning. Also, I like it because you can do all like your one string stuff as well. And then you just hit the strings around it and it really fills it out. Try it sometime. Never mess around with open tunings. I was doing it from a very early stage, because I don't mean early when I was starting to play, but like when I discovered there were more bands in the world than Metallica, and Bullet My Valentine, I got into Alter Bridge heavily, and Creed, and Mark Tremonti was using these crazy open tunings, and I just wanted that sound, like especially like this sort of thing. I just wanted that, and I just didn't understand how it worked. So it's just like I was constantly up and down at the top, like changing my tunings and stuff and learning about it. So I'm kind of fortunate I did the groundwork there. So like later on, I've been able to have a better grasp on like how it works. One thing I will say though is it's a great way of getting you out the box. Yeah, Tremonti does use like 12 different tunings. Yeah, absolutely spot on. But it's a great way of getting you out the box if you're stuck, you know. This one's cool because it's a drop C on the bottom, you know. So it's just a standard drop C on the bottom, but then once the higher up the strings you go, it just fills out. And another part of the appeal of it for me was I played alone for a lot of my life, just being a bedroom guitar player. And I always wanted the sound to sound as big as possible. You know, like Tony Iommi, only guitar player in that band, you know, he wanted to always sound as big as possible. And so he'd use like walls of distortion and you know, tune down and stuff like that. And it was the same for me. It was like playing alone can be really boring in standard tuning. It's difficult to get like a really full sound. So like through use of reverb, which is why I absolutely drenched my tone in too much reverb, probably for some people's taste. Plus open tunings, you've got all those open strings. That's where the appeal came from. Drop pedal. I found I found the transpose function on my on the camper, and transpose is that the word? I think that's what it's called, and it's great. I can just like if I'm in drop A, I can just step on it and just go straight down to an F. It's such great fun. And it's just really frustrating because it's sat here next to me and I want to be playing it for you all. The trick of using a whammy. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Just having it sort of there but not consuming your tone. Yeah, that makes a shed ton of sense. As a matter of fact, I'm half tempted to just see what you guys say the sounds like if I stick the mic in front of the camper. We'll lose the microphone, but I'd be interested to see what comes through. Now, if it comes through all like that underwater sound like last time, I'll know it's my program and I'll need to change that. But at least we'll know. It's great. Kit, what's great now has been updated in the Helix. Yeah, that's really cool. Rockstar made it. Yeah. Yeah. Are we happy to treat this as a test? Because I need to know. Otherwise, I'm going to buy an interface, run in, just think it's going to be all great. I'm going to have the same problem. So then I'll need to know is I'll just need to get around my my streaming issue, my streaming software. Right. Okay. Y'all can be my my test subjects, right? Just one sec. Anybody who joins this now is going to be like, what the hell is he doing? Right, this is gonna have to come out now, so you're gonna lose me. Right. Now, this is a Shure SM58, so it's actually not a 57, so it's not perfect for this. I'm assuming you can still hear me. Yeah, just waiting for the camper to switch itself on. Oh, it's all very exciting, isn't it? Well, wait. You're making the camper or going direct from the camper? I'm not going direct because I can't. I'm the mic basically input. My XLR is going to be in this mic now, which is running into my Focusrite, and I'm going to stick this in front of the cab. I'll be the hamster and be able to get the guinea pig. Yeah. So I'm literally just waiting for the camper to turn itself on, and we'll see. If it sounds like it's underwater, let me know. And what I'll do is I'll start like jigging around with like the software and stuff. Right. I'm gonna stick you in front of Profile Assistant. Exit. No, I don't want this. What is it doing? Oh, it's on Profiler. That's why. Sorry, guys. I'm such a noob. Today you get to learn how to set up a camper. Yeah, okay. Okay, you guys are gonna lose me now, and you're going in front of the Avarice based in Blackpool. Ah, maybe I have. Yeah, I think I may have heard of them. Right, you guys are going in front of the camper now. So yeah, let me know how it sounds. Right, if you can hear me, sort of in the background, I'm just going to start with a clean tone. Sounds good. Cool. Right, what about this? Ah, so we sound underwater. Volume still drooping and swelling. Okay. Yeah, sounds sick. And then you play it, it goes underwater. Right. It's that crazy software then. Right. I'm going to do a switch now. Right.
I'm going to do a switch. Hold on one sec. Don't do that. Studio setup. And